So there's this Guardian article which dropped yesterday claiming that anti-fascist group Hope Not Hate says extremists present self-improvement as part of a wider political struggle. And then there's a picture, which I can't show here. It shows the Führer rejecting a Jewish symbol. This is the thumbnail on the Guardian article. It's kind of funny because we live in a society where memes become reality in give or take 6 months. You can't make satire anymore because satire is true. I mean, look at this one. How did you guys get big so quickly? And he's pointing out to this Marxist flyer saying, if you go to the gym, you support fat shaming. And this gives the guy the motivation to start working out. And you get many articles from prestigious, enlightened mainstream media publications. And if you Google, for example, fitness is fat shaming, you're going to see titles like, are fitness transformations a form of fat shaming? Why fitness is not just misogynistic but racist as well. You know, like, all these things coming up from the academia, who uses taxpayer money in order to come up with these very interesting ways of viewing the world, where you need at least 4 years in the academia of constructing your narrative so that these articles can actually make sense. It's why people pay $50,000 to go to gender studies so they can understand the true wisdom of these articles. So I decided to actually read this Guardian article talking about, you know, fascist fitness. And it's from a group called Hope Not Hate in the United Kingdom. Now, they don't want to call this group Hope Not Hate as a Marxist organization, which their leaders are. They call it as an anti-fascist group, which is not very accurate. All right? I mean, they're not capitalists. Like, capitalists are anti-fascists as well. Between Hitler and Stalin, there is a third option. You can choose the United States. Like, I don't know about you, but if I had the time machine and I had to choose, I would rather live in Western Germany than Eastern or Nazi Germany. Like, there is the third option. Option C, which for some reason, like, the radicals on the far left completely ignore. They do construct their worldview to view that capitalism is fascism. The reason that they do this, by the way, is that they view that if you allow people to be free, they will inevitably go towards fascism. So unless you have a strong fist to clench those people together and make them obey, you're going to have them go to fascism. It is very interesting, right? So it's a very interesting ideology. So anyway, they're talking about this group Hope Not Hate, which found out that many groups are attracting people in fitness courses where they're being pushed into an ideology of fascism. Now, again, for a Marxist, fascism can actually mean capitalism. I mean, they are expressly at war with the liberal ideology, so they're anti-freedom. So for them, anything that's not inherently Marxist is fascist. So we don't know what that means. Like, we have no idea. Now, they don't talk about how large these groups are. They don't talk about how many members they have. They don't talk about, like, how easy it is for people to be co-opted. Like, none of these things. It's just a fear-mongering article. It's like, be afraid, there's bad things afoot. In other words, like, they want money. That's what they want. Like, Hope Not Hate wants donations. Like, look, they did a good job. They undercovered these evil groups. And you should give them money so that they keep doing a good job. And support their political candidates. That's why this article even exists. It's like a sponsored content for Hope Not Hate. But, you know, like, at an ideological level, what exactly do the far left offer young people? Like, if you're a young person, what exactly is it for you with a far left ideology? Well, how does it enrich your life? How does it better you? I mean, just so we're clear, the communists of old would encourage people to be fit. Like, in the Soviet Union, there was this massive push which encouraged people to have stable families, to have many children, and also another push to encourage people to be fit. This was throughout the Soviet Union, all right? Like, this is what the far left used to do in the past. Why? Because it actually works. Being fit not only makes you more healthy, more resistant to COVID, but it also is a cure for depression. Like, I have seen people at the hospital, at the endocrinological department, go again and saying that they're depressed, and the doctor told them, okay, like, try some exercises, try this, and if it doesn't work out, you can call me later. The people who actually did try it, like the people who actually did go to the gym and did actually put in the work, their depression went away. Right? So you feel better if you work out. Meanwhile, what the far left today is doing is quite the opposite. Like, they're telling you, no, like, if you go to the gym, that's like fat shaming. You're a bad person. Just don't go to the gym. It's like, okay, so what does a person need to do in order to be a good progressive? Well, you have to be an anti-racist. How do I become an anti-racist? Well, you spend money, you buy a book. Okay, which book do I need to buy? Buy Robin DiAngelo, White Fragility. Okay, so you buy the book and you read what she said. And she said that being an anti-racist is a life commitment. It's kind of like religion. Like, you need to devote yourself, body and spirit, to this ideology. But the problem is that once you become an anti-racist, you're even worse. Because the people who are anti-racist, they think they aren't racist, so therefore it's worse than a person that doesn't think they're an anti-racist. I mean, like, that is a very depressing worldview. You know, like, that is something, like, even religion doesn't tell you that. Like, religion tells you, all right, you got the sin that you were born with, the original sin, and all people are sinful, but if you go to church, if you partake, you take communion, you constantly worship, then in the end, you get a place in the afterlife. So even religion, like, gives you a light at the end of the tunnel. Like, the ideology that the far left is selling currently is just dark. It's bleak. Like, even the communists of old, they would sell that light at the end of the tunnel. It's like, okay, well, with the sacrifice of the worker, if you put a lot of strength and a lot of dedication into being a good communist worker, then eventually we're going to build this progressive utopia where there's no more class struggle, wherever, right? Now, sure, it was a lie, but at least there was that light. At least it was like, in the future, we're going to do it. I'm looking at the ideology that Hope Not Hate expews. There is absolutely nothing positive in it. And then their Pikachu face when they're saying, oh, well, our political opponents are attracting young people. It's like, what are you offering them? What are you offering young people that they're choosing not to go to you? They will never ask that question. In fact, even asking that question is problematic. They will probably start screaming at you to shut you down, get you the platform just for asking the question. But it is a question that has to be asked. What exactly do they offer people? You know, and I guess, like, something that's neutral, like getting fit. Anyone can get fit, right? Unless you have, like, a congenital illness or something, and okay, fine. But, like, the overwhelming amount of people can get fit. It's not a politically ingrained thing. So, like, why are you politicizing it? Why? And you're not just politicizing it, but you're making it sound that if people choose to go to the gym, then they're evil. And it's not just this Guardian article. Like, it's an entire slew of articles. It's an entire slew of articles that you can find if you Google it. Again, like, you need to go to university for like 4 years to understand the garbage required, the jargon, and what they view the world to be as in order for these articles to actually make sense. So it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.